When it comes to growing on social media and actually selling your products through social media, it's one thing to gain followers and see that number climb, but it's a whole other thing to actually build a community of loyal customers who know, like, and trust you and want to be a part of your world. I am a huge proponent of this when it comes to social media marketing. So today I wanted to share just 5 quick things you can do on a weekly basis to make your following on social media feel like more of a community and acknowledge and appreciate your customers, your followers, the people that are engaging with you on a regular basis. So let's get right into the 5 things. So let's keep it really simple. When it comes to people leaving comments on your posts, for starters, we should be responding to them, but that's kind of the basics. I want to talk about things that are not necessarily advanced by any means, but just give that next level of appreciation and acknowledgement. And they also actually help as marketing tactics as well. So the first one is going to be pinning comments. On Instagram, you can pin up to 3 comments from other users. And there are some other social media platforms as well that you can pin comments on. What this does is not only pin that comment to the top of all comments so that people are more likely to see it, but it also notifies that person that your comment has been pinned and can be a great way of just showing like, hey, I really appreciate your comment, and inspire them to want to leave future comments. The comments that you should consider pinning are ones from people who are complimenting you or your product in some way, a customer giving you a testimonial of how great your product is, or someone asking a great follow-up question that you want everyone to see. I love to pin comments from followers who have given me a shining review, or they've really enjoyed my product, or they ask a great question that a lot of people tend to ask. That way I can answer it once in the post, it gets pinned, and hopefully will reduce the number of people who keep asking the same question over and over. I did this recently for a customer who left a very nice review. They had been following for a while and they were interested in purchasing but hadn't yet. So pinning their comment maybe gave them a little bit of appreciation and acknowledgement for being a follower. I, of course, thanked them in my response and pinned the comment so other people could see how they feel about my posts as well. This is just one small way to start building that community and acknowledging the people who are commenting on your posts, because we want to encourage them to keep commenting. Similarly, number 2 is a new feature or a newer feature on Instagram where you can add a comment to your story. You, of course, can always screenshot a comment and post it to your story that way, but they actually introduced a button where if you tap on the comment, there is a button that comes up that says add comment to story, and then it showcases their comment on your story along with the post and also notifies that person that you have shared their comment. Again, showing that acknowledgement and appreciation for leaving a really nice comment. This is a great way to not only get more eyes on that post again by sharing it to your story, but again, it also shows, hey, here's some social proof of a customer or a follower who really enjoyed this post or asked a great question or left a glowing review of my product. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. So that is an easy one you can do on a regular basis, either screenshot or use that add comment to story button to be able to get more eyes on that comment by people who are watching your stories. The third one is a little bit more generic to show appreciation to your audience, and that is thanking them on a regular basis for their support. I like to do this leading up to a product launch, the week of the product launch, and then maybe a year after product launch or 6 months, or however often you want to celebrate that this product has been out into the world. Saying thank you to your audience, regardless of whether or not they've purchased from you, but the fact that they're following along and engaging with you and being a part of your community goes a long way in making it feel like a community. So on a regular basis, just give a thank you, whether it is in the caption of a post or a thank you reel, or you just hop on stories and are genuine and heartfelt about thanking your audience. This goes a long way in helping your audience feel appreciated and want to stick around. So add that to your to-do list for this week to give a thank you to your audience. Okay, the next thing that I absolutely love to do, and I do this all the time whenever I'm launching a product, is shout out the first names of people who have purchased on my Instagram stories. So I'll show you an example of this the last time that I opened the Creatives Content Club and was welcoming new members into the club, which, by the way, I'll link the waitlist for you in the description. I just did a whole deep dive engagement masterclass for social media inside the club, and club members get access to an entire social media success pathway, monthly masterclasses, monthly content audits from me, monthly live Q&As, and a whole template pack of social media content inside the club. So if you are interested in joining, I'll link the waitlist for you below so you can get in on all of that. But this was the last time that I opened the club, and I take everyone's first names and share them on my story so that they feel appreciated. I always get responses to stories like this of people saying like, can't wait, so glad to be a part of the club, things like that. So I'm not only getting engagement from them, but it's a great form of social proof where people are seeing how many people are joining and that they want to be a part of it as well. So it's a really great marketing tactic, but the focus of this video is on appreciating your audience, and it does that too. It makes people feel like they are a part of something when they can see their name alongside others who are on the same path as them. So this is a little bit harder if you are, for example, an author who sells through Amazon. You unfortunately won't have access to the customer data, but you can always do things like send me a DM if you purchase from me, or if you are doing a pre-order campaign, which I'll link my video on pre-order campaigns above here, and are collecting data through a form. If someone has pre-ordered, then you have their first names and can share that. And I like to only share first names just for privacy. I'm not giving away people's full names or even like their usernames or things like that. I think just the first name does the job. So you can always do things like that as well. And I think that it just goes a long way in showing appreciation for your audience, that you've taken the time to type out their names, you've given a specific thank you to them. That can really go a long way. And once you've done that, you can have a customer highlight on your Instagram profile. I mainly focus on Instagram in this video because there are so many tools that Instagram has built that help with engagement that other platforms just don't have. But there's of course other ways to apply all of these things to other platforms as well. But on Instagram, you can have highlights on your profile, and I like to have one dedicated to my customers. So I have one called Book Love, and anytime a reader tags me in a photo of my book or in a glowing review, I share it to my story and then add it to my customer highlight to show my appreciation to them. And of course, then other people are seeing that as social proof that this other person enjoyed this book. I'm going to check it out as well. So I love having that highlight on my page and highly recommend that you do as well. Even if you are in the beginner stages of having a product out or having sales, you can put any positive comment on there. Even if people are just commenting that they love the product or how it looks or anything like that, but they haven't purchased yet, it's still social proof. It's still kind to acknowledge them and thank them. So you can still add things like that to your story before the sales start rolling in. There are so many ways to engage with your audience and build community. So my challenge for you this week is to think through a couple ways that you can show appreciation to your audience. Maybe it's one of the examples in this video or something you come up with on your own. Or maybe you get on the waitlist for the club, and whenever we reopen to new members, you can watch the engagement masterclass in the club and learn a whole lot of other tactics as well. If you enjoyed this video, I will recommend that you watch the 5 highlights you should have on your Instagram profile. We covered one of them in this video, but there are a few others that I think are really important to have to convert your viewers to followers and followers to buyers. So I'll link that one here for you as well. I hope you have a great week ahead. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.